this call started. Just so you guys all know, today's call is going to be an educational call. Our whole goal for you is to really start to understand what's going on here. We have the ability to take advantage of the growth of a brand new biotech company that is just absolutely exploding in the markets. And it's beautiful. It really, really is beautiful. And so I'm excited for each and every single one of you guys to be here. And, what I get the pleasure of doing is actually introducing to you one of my not only business partners, but also just a great friend. She's someone that is just almost like a second mom to me, honestly. And we actually met in entrepreneurship. I think it was about 6 or 7 years ago. And since then, we've done anything from, huge events with thousands and thousands of people that we put on together to building large networks all across the world. It's just been absolutely such a pleasure. And this individual is someone who's not just, she isn't just successful within this industry. She doesn't just, get how to actually go and use this network marketing business model to go and create wealth, but someone who's found massive, massive success in a traditional business as well. One of the hardest workers I know, but more than that, she's just got one of the biggest hearts out of anyone I have ever met. And so with that, I will introduce the one, the only Miss Laurie Kort. Laurie, did you make it with us?
I did. Thanks, Luke. Thanks for the introduction. Appreciate that. You hear me okay? Great. Yeah, guys, Luke and I have been working together a long time, and what a guy. I mean, I've just seen him grow from 19 years old to 26 and do more in that 7 years, and I've seen a lot of people my age do. So I'm very, very excited to be hosting with him tonight. Super, super excited to be in business with him, as always. So I want to thank you, first of all, for jumping on the call. And also for those of you that can, turn on your videos. It's always great to see faces, especially smiles. And so if you have the ability to do so, please turn on your videos so I can talk to actual people. Here in Michigan, it is 9:02 p.m. We're looking at Central Time at 8, and Mountain at 7, and Pacific at 6. And anybody who's joining us from around the world, I welcome you as well. It's probably much later there. And I also want to thank you guys for joining. It's really cool when I see a lot of people come on these calls. I admire people who do that. I love people who have open minds, and the thing is that in today's world, you have to. Opportunity is everywhere. It's everywhere. And if you do not open your eyes and open your mind, it will pass you by. And so being here, I admire you. Pat yourself on the back. It's a great, great way for you to start your week. Like Luke said, my name is Laurie. I'm from Michigan. I don't need to say much more than what he said, except for the fact that I love this industry. Love it. I love the idea that in order to do well in this industry, you have to help others do well. That doesn't happen out in corporate America, guys. Many of you, I can see some faces, are young. You just don't know that yet. Trust me, that's the way it is, okay? So understand that what you've been invited to tonight is a little different, but it's incredibly exciting. And it makes people feel good to be a part of this. So I'm glad you're here. Why are you here? I'm not really sure. Maybe you're a student. Maybe you're like me, another chapter's starting in your life, and you're trying to kind of cushion that bank account. Maybe you're a mom. Maybe you're a dad. Maybe you're a single parent. I'm not sure. Whatever it is, so understand that this opportunity is not biased at all. Okay, anybody can take advantage. Doesn't matter what your background is, what your education is, what your color is, what your weight is. It doesn't matter. Okay, anybody can be a part of this and be successful. So I want to just kind of take you right into the meat of it, guys. I'm going to share my screen. I'm a visual learner. I think a lot of people are. And this is going to take you through exactly why you're here. And the reason you're here is for two things. First of all, to be able to capitalize on science and technology in today's world in one of the most progressive companies I've ever seen. Maybe the most progressive, at least for me, that I've been able to see. And that company is called Euphoria. And the second reason you're here is that we're able to leverage this company, and they leverage us. It's a win-win to be able to monetize what they're doing. And when in today's society, especially, and I'm so glad young people are on this call, so you can get a really good taste of what this means for you at an age where it's going to make a massive difference. For me, I wish I'd known in my 20s what I know now. So I'm just going to kind of jump right into it. Bear with me one sec, guys, while we bring this up. All right, so the reason that you're here, let's go full screen, is for a company called Euphoria. Euphoria Science, actually. Now, what is Euphoria? So read with me here. It's super easy. It's a biotech company that creates custom designer supplementation or nutrition based on the genetic testing of a person's DNA. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time, just so it can fully sink in. It's a biotech company. It creates custom designer nutrition, supplementation, okay, based on the genetic testing of a person's DNA. Now, what's interesting about this is that there are DNA tests out there in the marketplace. We've all heard of them, right? You can see a couple here on the left side of your screen. And the cool thing is that they do some fun stuff, right? They test you for your heritage and your personality, physical traits, you know, eye color, hair color, but then what? Then what? What do you do with that knowledge? You know, it's kind of fun. What we do here at Euphoria is we determine how you can stay healthy by developing supplements for you, okay, inspired by you and based on your DNA. All right, so it's incredibly new. We are the first to the table doing it. And when you talk about the business aspect, which actually what Luke is going to do, you're going to hear about why that's so important to be the first. Okay, so the last 7-8 decades, guys, we have been supplementing, taking vitamins, in nutrition and that kind of thing based on kind of intelligence. It's called blind nutrition. Everybody knows they need it. Okay, we all know we need it. And just based on the intelligence of doctors, medical professionals, scientists, parents, whatever it may be, you know, they say, oh, make sure you take your vitamin C if you have a cold, and vitamin D, you know, you need these things. I know you need those things, but I might not need exactly what you need. You may not need exactly what I need. So there's always been a little bit of uncertainty with that, right? One formula for everybody, it's not the way really it should be done. So what we've decided to do here at Euphoria is to have exclusive proprietary science-based nutrition. It's inspired by you. Every single person will have their genetic DNA tested to find out exactly what they need. It's inspired by you and built for you. And our CEO, Ron Williams, has a quote that I actually love. It's health is a habit, not an event. Okay, and that's important to think about. A little bit about kind of how this happens. There is a lab involved with it. It is HIPAA and CLIA certified. Those are certifications that are difficult to get. When you get them, you are legit. You're a big boy. This is a big boy lab. Here, they test 18 fundamental SNPs. Okay, and those are genes in your body. And fundamental meaning that they're 18 of maybe the most important ones for your foundational health. When they test those SNPs, they're looking for a variant. Okay, and one of the things I want to mention is that your DNA is actually destroyed after it's tested at our lab. You never have to worry about privacy issues. That's what HIPAA does. Okay, HIPAA protects you there. It will not be shared or sold. It's not in our terms and agreements, so it is completely private and safe. However, from those tests, this science can create 400 million potential different formulas. Okay, and one of them is yours. The other part of this that makes it so unique and also so very, very new to the marketplace is that we are the only company that owns the software or the intellectual property to be able to test these SNPs. This has been 20 years in the making. There has been scientists working on this for a very long time. Our company purchased this software. We are the only ones with it. Okay, and once your analysis is done, it is able to read it, create a personalized formula just for you. Just to give you an idea, forget about the big words, the numbers, all that kind of stuff. Just take a peek here. Healthy blood pressure, detoxification, healthy heart. These are the things that we're testing for. We are able to actually support those genes with this nutrition should you actually have a variant. Now, once it's tested, this is what you get. It's actually a 37-page report. However, this is maybe the most important page because this is the page that any layman can read, okay? You can see, here's all the genes that we test. There's 18 of them. On the right side, you'll see red, green, or yellow. And if you look, green means that your gene is perfect. Your parents, neither one of you gave you a variant. You're doing great. Yellow means one of your parents did give you a variant gene, meaning you need support in that gene. And then the red means that both parents gave it to you and that you definitely need support. You need a little bit more support there. Should you have red, you will definitely pass it on to your kids. And remember, your DNA is not going to change. What this basically changes is the way that those genes react to supplementation. Obviously, we're sensitive, right, to any type of lifestyle choices or allergies. So we are non-GMO, vegan, and gluten-free. And you can kind of take a peek at all of those different things that we're using. And then this is where it got really, really good. And this is when we knew that this company was like gonna blow, okay? And this is why. A couple years back, there was a test panel. They did 50,000 people, and they sent out over that test phase 500,000 months worth of product, okay? And the results Scientists and medical community were floored by how people were feeling. What they couldn't figure out to do is scaling it, making it so they could make 1 million or 2 million different formulas in a month, you know? So basically our owner went out and said, you know what? This is worth it. I'm going to go for it. And he had this machine made. It is the only one on the planet. It was years in the making. It's called the Nutritionist, and it's actually able to fulfill the orders. Okay, so it scales this company to become massive in this marketplace. Now, after it goes through the lab, through the software, and through the Nutritionator, what comes out on the other side is a jar of capsules or powder, which is your nutrition. Okay, and it has your name on it. If you notice there, it'll have your name and a barcode. That is what makes it unique to you. Now, why? Oh, there's David. Yep, David's showing it to us now. It makes it unique to you. And I'm going to let Luke touch on this a little bit more. However, one of the reasons that is maybe one of the clinching factors in this thing is that, guys, you won't ever want to give this to anybody else, sell it to anybody else, put it on Amazon, put it on eBay, nothing. Nobody can, right? It's got your name on it. It is so specific and unique that when it becomes Amazon proof, it becomes a pretty big deal. So this is what I believe, and actually being older than some of the people that I see on this call, this is what I actually know, okay? I know for a fact you are gonna pay one way or the other for sickness or for health. There's no question. Trust me too, that sickness is a heck of a lot more expensive. A lot more expensive. And I know that not only for myself, but having raised children, it's more expensive. So people are already paying for wellness, right? They just don't really necessarily think of it that way. If you go to the gym, you're paying for wellness. If you use protein, you're paying for wellness, right? You are trying to do what your body requires. What we're missing is all of the things that our body doesn't get anymore due to a lot of different reasons. Depleted soil, you know, there's all kinds of different reasons why our food does not do what it used to do. So you have to supplement. So my suggestion to you is to pay for health, guys. First of all, you're going to feel better. Secondly, you're not trying to chase the demon, right? You're not trying to chase the sickness, trying to make it better, and it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. So that is what Euphoria is. You know, basically what I want to do is just share with you that this product, I have mine here too. I just never even thought we'd have this in my day and age, right? Here it is. We are the only company doing it. And so what I want to do though is I want to tell you that aside from the product, there is also an opportunity here that I think will blow your mind. And the person, the very best person I can think of to share that with you is the gentleman that I'm going to introduce. You saw him early on the call. His name is Luke Hessler. Now, this is what I love about Luke. First of all, he's very, very, very smart. He learns so quickly. I saw him at 19 years old, you know, just starting out in this industry. And I didn't know him previously. My son introduced us. And I watched this kid, not only his work ethic, he's brilliant, he's a speaker, he's articulate, he's a visionary, and I saw him create teams of people that he was able to inspire, many like me, much, much older than him, right? And I've told him several times that he has changed my life and the life of my family. He really, really has. And he's just getting started. On top of that, you know, you can look at his accolades. I can't name them all. What I can tell you is that he knows this industry. He knows about this product. He knows about this company. He knows about the industry as a whole. He understands all kinds of things. And what I really love is that he's done it. All right, he's done it. He's not just talking about it. He has done it. He has created over $2 million in retail sales in his organizations. He's built teams of 35,000 people all around the world. And he's made close to $1 million personally from this industry. And he did that by the time he was 21 years old. Okay, well, it was kind of ongoing, but that's when he started making the real money. So I want to tell you something. Who knows that when you want something, you have to follow people who have what you want, right? You guys are young. I'm sure that you'd like to have money. I'm sure that you'd like to have multiple streams of income. I'm sure that you'd like to have freedom. So this is the guy that's going to teach you how to do that. He's going to tell you what we've got to offer you here. And with that, I'm going to give you to Mr. Luke Hessler. Luke,
awesome. Yes, can you hear me, Laurie? Fantastic. Well, great, guys. Laurie, thank you so much for the introduction. I'm humbled by it. I truly am. And I've got to just tell you guys, you know, I have found some success in business. It is true. But at my core, I'm such a normal, average human being. I come from a super small town in northern Michigan with about 15,000 people in it. I just had big dreams. You know, I really, really did. And I wanted freedom. That's really what I wanted more than anything, because I looked at the world, and in this organized society that we live in, money's arguably the most important commodity. It determines the food you eat, the clothes you wear, your ability to travel, where you live, you know, the schools your children can go to. I mean, it just determines our freedom. And so from a very young age, I just had a burning desire to become free. That was really what it was, is I really wanted to become free. And I did learn exactly what Laurie said, is that if you want something you've never got, you gotta be willing to do something you've never done. And I had to find someone who already had it, right? It's like I played baseball. I was supposed to go to Purdue to play baseball until I hurt my shoulder. And at that time I had a coach, right? I had a coach who taught me how to get better. I was good, you know, but I needed a coach that could teach me how to get better and get to the next level. And I wanted a coach that had been in the major leagues. Why? Because if he had been to the professionals level, he can teach me how to go and get there. You know, I don't want someone who's just learning how to pick up a baseball teaching me how to play baseball, right? It's like, we all know this in normal life, right? It's like, if we want to get in shape, are we going to take advice from someone who's 400 pounds? And the answer is probably not. And it's the same thing with making money. You know, if you want to make money, you just have to learn from someone who's already done it, you know? And so I just want you guys to know that I am not the message here. It's not me that's figured this out. These are principles that have been proven over the course of time. You know, success is not random. There is a recipe for success, just like there's a recipe for the world's greatest brownies. You just got to find someone who A, knows it, and B, is actually willing to tell you about it. And that's what we're humbled and what I'm blessed with to share with you guys today. Someone was willing to tell me about it, and I just want to pay it forward so that you guys can go and learn this. And so my goal here is really to educate. I hope you just get these principles, because whether or not you decide to join us on this journey, which is going to be huge, I'm so confident in that. But these principles are universal. You know, they're completely universal. And I'm done, dive right into it. So the very first thing you got to learn, all right, if we're looking at going and making money, and that's kind of what the goal is, right? Is you got to gain what's called leverage. All right. In the world, there's two groups of people. All right. There's people who have not enough. All right. They're in the scarcity part of life where they don't have enough time, enough money, they just don't have enough, you know. And then there's this group that has abundance, and these people have more than enough, right? And the idea is that, how do you get to the abundance side? And by the way, only 3% of the population owns 97% of the wealth. All right, so that means if we put 100 people in a room and we have 100 $1 bills, we're going to give 97 of them to 3 people and let the other 97 people split 3. So most people have no idea how to do this, right? They just don't. And it's not taught in schools. It's just you have to learn again from someone who's already been there. So the point is, how do we get there? And the answer is this magical world called leverage, where either you're being leveraged or you get to gain leverage. All right, that's the secret. And here's the idea: if you're an employee and you're working for someone else, you're being leveraged by your employer, right? Simply because if you go to work, you get paid a certain amount of hours per day, and you have to receive certain tasks, and you're given a set amount of money. It's like, it doesn't really matter how hard you work and how much you do. You maybe can get a raise once every 6 to 12 months if you're really, really good. But for the most part, you're going to be kind of, stuck at that point for a while. Yet if you're doing really, really well, and it causes the business to grow, the owner of that company is going to make more money, right? And so that's called leverage. And that's what we want, because people on this abundant side of life, they leverage other people's time, money, and knowledge, okay? That's just what you do. And so that's what we want to teach you guys how to do today, is how to gain leverage. And here's the thing, is that people know that leverage works. That's why the franchising business model is so famous, right? Like, why is franchising so famous? Because you get to leverage a proven concept and a proven brand. Like, if you open up a McDonald's, it's like, do McDonald's work? It's like, yeah, just ask the thousands of people who have one, right? You know, they work. Do Subways work? Of course they do. But the issue is that they can be extremely, extremely expensive, costing hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so the incredible thing about this is that it is revolutionary in the product sense. And you heard some of those things. It is incredible. But what, to me, gets me so excited is this business model side of it, and the ability for the average person to actually start gaining leverage. And so the question is, how do you go and do this? All right, how do you actually go and gain leverage through this company? And it's quite simple. All right, rather than investing their money, because every company spends money on advertising, right? Like, this is every company on earth, they spend money on advertising. And what do most companies do? They put it towards billboard ads and TV commercials and different things like that. All this industry does, all right, is they pay people instead of commercials to go talk about their products. All right. It's called network marketing. This is a $200+ billion industry that's been around for 100+ years. All right. It's just to put it in size, right? Take the NBA, the NFL, and the MLB, and you put them all together, and they're not the size of this industry. It's bigger than all of those combined. So this isn't, again, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. This model is real and legitimate. But here's the crazy part, is that it started to really take flight back in the day without technology, right? Without cell phones, without the internet. And in this world that we're living in, competition is prevalent, right? You're not just competing against your neighbors anymore. You're not just competing against the people in your hometown. You're competing against international people, right? We live in an international world. I own a digital marketing agency, and we outsource a significant amount of work to people internationally because they're willing to work harder for less, just flat out, straight up, and that makes it more difficult for every average day people to find success. I mean, think of this. Not only that, but we're living in a world, we're moving into robotics potentially. You're looking at a world where I stopped, I went on a road trip the other day, and we stopped to go to the bathroom at a McDonald's. And there was literally probably 3 people working at this whole place, and you didn't even order talking to the person, you ordered by putting in a machine. You know what I'm saying? That is the way we're going in life. And so the idea is that we have to learn how to adapt, and we have to learn how to actually start making money for ourselves, maybe building online businesses, creating multiple streams of income. And that's what we can do here. And so what we get to do with network marketing is it allows you to work on your own time, to be on your own boss. And regardless of how crazy your schedule is, in the cracks of your day, you can actually start developing a significant income stream, maybe starting out small, maybe it's just an extra $300 to $500 a month to cover a car payment or a rent. But I will tell you from personal experience, it can get extremely, extremely large. Okay. I would tell you numbers that my friends are making in this industry, but you wouldn't even believe me, and a big part of that is timing. All right. A big part of that is timing. And so what we get to do here is you don't have to come up with a product. You don't have to come up with a brand. You don't have to come up with a distribution model. You don't have to come up with a strategy. You don't have to come up with the community. You don't have to come up with the tools and the videos and the everything. You don't have to come up with anything. All of that is already created for you. In other words, you get to leverage the existing infrastructure of a company that has had over $100 million of funding to get started and to get its foundation laid. Okay, you get to leverage that. You get to take advantage of that. Okay, and all you have to do is you introduce this product to other people. And it's as simple as this. They take 50 cents out of every dollar that this company makes. It goes back to you in the form of bonuses. That's how this concept works. So if the company's doing $100 million, 50 million is coming back to people for sharing the word. If it's doing $1 billion, 500 million is going back to people for sharing the word. And we don't care. We don't care who we pay. All right. It's all up to you based on the growth. So the question you got to kind of ask yourself is, well, how big is this really going to get? Is there really a market here? And who do I know that may be interested in improving their health? And who do I know that maybe is interested in improving their wealth by creating a different stream of income? And if there are names that come to your mind when you ask yourselves those questions, there's a true opportunity for you to be here. And so the plan is so simple and so duplicatable. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Laurie bring this up real quick and kind of show you what the next steps are for you now that you kind of understand a little bit more about the product and a little bit more about the business and how this all works. What I'm going to dive into right now is 2 different directions that you can choose to go at this point in your journey with Euphoria. So number 1 thing, if you can go to this slide for me real quick, Laurie, is just choosing to become a customer. All right. Some of you guys are on this product or on this call and you have no interest maybe in building the business, or maybe it's kind of interesting to you, but almost, that you just want to, dip your toes in and try the product first. And that's kind of the vibe that you're getting. You're like, okay, if it's really this good, maybe I'll do it. And so if that's you, all right, the product and becoming a customer is what you should go and do. All right, there's multiple ways that you can start this. So if you're just purchasing it for yourself, all right, you would just get one of the 1 kits for you. If you have a small family, all right, maybe you get a 3, 5, or a 10 pack to share with you and family or friends, but it's totally up to you. And when you get this stuff, you're going to be getting a 30-day soft cleanse that's going to balance out your body. You get the test, DNA swab, send it in, and within 30 days, you're going to get that full DNA report that Laurie was talking about a little bit earlier. And so this is one group of people that are here. What's so cool about this is that, again, it's all about referral based. And so, how would you like to get custom personalized nutrition shipped to your door every single month for free. All right. And there's a simple way to do that. It's very easy. It's just referrals. It's customer referrals. All right. Meaning if you as a customer just refer 4 other customers, yours is free every single month. It's really, really that simple. And so again, who do you know that's interested in health? Who do you know that's interested in nutrition? Who do you know that's on this health kick? There's a health consciousness that's happening right now, and you can take advantage of it. And so that's the first thing. Next thing you can do is if you see this as a business opportunity, like I do, like I see this as a business opportunity. I love health. I supplement because my diet isn't very good, so I need to get my diet on my nutrients from somewhere. But really why I'm here, to be completely honest with you, is I see in a quite literally a once in a lifetime business opportunity to take advantage of the growth of this company. All right, that is really what I see here. And that's why I started with this, okay? With this, if you want to become a nutritionist, it's one time, all right? You have a one-time payment of $40 a year. Think of it like a franchising fee, but for a franchising fee for McDonald's, it's $250,000, all right? We're talking about a franchising fee here, and it's really a license to use their stuff, all right? It's $40 a year, and you get access to everything. Very simple, step one. Step two is you just simply decide how much product do you want. Do you want just enough product for you? Cool, get just 1 pack, all right? Do you want to get product for you and other people to share? Get more product, right? If you're kind of serious about this, get a 3-pack. If you're like, I'm feeling good about this, but I'm not like all in, get a 5. If you're like I was and you just see this, get a 10-pack. The more packs you buy, the more money that you save. And what I do is I sell them directly. I mean, just today I was at brunch with one of my friends. She was visiting from out of town. I told her about Euphoria. She thought the custom DNA sounded great. I had packs in my car. She Venmoed me $160. She saved money on shipping, and I made $40 because guess what? I bought a 10-pack, so I get these things at a 25% discount. And it was so simple and so easy. All right, when you go and do this, you're going to get a full replicated website, all the tools, exclusive training from Eric Laurie, who is the premier, best, hands-down trainer in the entire industry. You're going to get a phone app, an entire ton of resources that are going to help you build your business, and you're ready to rock, okay? And so that's the first step, and that's all you have to do this. And by the way, after you get these products, your next step is just simply to go and share them and find customers. It's that simple, okay? And you're going to get your own website, and so if they want to buy the product, they just go to your site and they purchase the product, and boom, you're going to get paid. You're going to get compensated for that. But here's what's so crazy is that if you kind of can see that, and by the way, just like in a franchise, if you want to make more money, you can open up more stores. In this, if you want to make more money, you can help other people open up their websites. If you help other people become nutritionists, you don't just make money off of personal sales that go through your site, but you get to gain more leverage and get paid off of sales that go through their site. So you got to ask yourself, how big is this thing going to get? I mean, look at this, the global personalized medicine market by product 2012 to 2022. And they're saying personal medicine, and this is, in billions of dollars, is going to be going over, and this is, by the way, again, look at how many zeros this is. We're talking hundreds of billions of dollars. All right, hundreds of billions of dollars. And just so you guys know, the entire market of wellness right now is $4.2 trillion. $4.2 trillion. $4.2 trillion. Meaning if this company gains 1% of the market share, it's a $40 billion company. All right, and if it gains a quarter of 1%, we're talking about a $10 billion company. And remember, they pay out half to people like us. So the opportunity here is just insane. And if you have the depth of vision to see these trends, we can take action now to take advantage of it. All right, so it's an incredibly huge opportunity. And here's what's crazy, is that there's a report that came out in Inc. All right, this is straight from Inc. And it says the 2 best technologies are the 2 best places, all right, to be right now for making money if you want to get rich. They say number 1, technology, and number 2, health. And that's exactly what this company is. It is a biotech company that focuses on personalized wellness. And here's what's so crazy. It starts right now with personalized nutrition, but the next thing they're coming out with is going to be personalized skincare, then personalized weight loss, then personalized performance enhancement. And then it's going to be for even children and infants so that when they are born, they take a DNA swab, and from day 1 of their birth, they're going to be getting all the essential vitamins and minerals in order for their body to function at its optimal level. You know what I'm saying? This is revolutionary. It really is. And this company has all the proprietary patents. They have everything. And now we get to leverage all this work, $100 million worth of infrastructure, and we get to build a global business with unlimited earnings potential. You can make as much as you want here. I mean, my goal is to make $1 million a month, just to be completely blunt with you. I'm 26. I have got a lot of years left in me, and I'm not afraid of hard work. And I know the only thing that's between me and this goal is numbers, because it's a law of averages. There's 300 million people in the United States, and there is a percentage of them that want to become healthier and a percentage of them who want to become wealthier, and there's a percentage of them who don't, right? And my job is not to convince the ones who don't to want to. My job is just to find the ones who do and show them how. All right, that's literally all we do. So guys, I'm so excited. I appreciate your guys' time so much. I know it's a lot of information, but at the end of the day, it's simple. It's a revolutionary product, and we get paid to share it with people. And it's just powerful, guys. So with that, get back with the person that brought you here. Let them know if you want to be a customer or a nutritionist, and we can go out there and make this thing happen together. So have a great day, guys. Thanks for your time. Take care. See ya.